afternoon, viewers, and welcome back to your school news. Today we'll be sharing exciting school news with you. My name is Justicia Shipena and I'll be your host for today's show. So in the zone this week, which is the youth paper of Namibia Media Holdings, we had the wonderful Academia Secondary School newspaper, which is called Demian Times, and they will be sharing with us news in a short while about their school news.
Good afternoon, viewers. We are so excited to be sharing this week's news from Demian Times, our Academian School newspaper. My name is Wahekunu Nakahiha and I am the editor of Demian Times. And I'm here with my colleague.
My name is Quentin Swarpoy and I am the photographer and a journalist for the Demian Times.
So Quentin, how excited are you?
I am so excited to be here, guys, to be sharing my school's newspaper with the viewers.
What do you have for us?
So firstly, we're bidding adieu to Miss Joseph. Miss Joseph was a teacher at Academia Secondary School for 8 years.
And she's been teaching word processing and office administration.
In other news,
Academia has finally set up social media pages on Instagram and on Facebook. Social media handles on Instagram is at Demian Times Official, and on Facebook it's Academia Secondary School Media page. You should check those out. So Quentin, what else can you say about the school? What is happening right now?
So we have an article on the matric jackets of our school. The matric jackets were designed by Makisha Mawush. As you can see, it looks stunning. Yeah, it looks amazing, actually. So this has been a tradition at our school for, if I'm not mistaken, for the past 10 years. And it was actually started by Ms. Hess and was taken over by Ms. Kutsia at our school. So it has been an interesting journey so far.
And here they are. I'm sitting proof in a matric jacket and it looks amazing. This year's senior journalists and photographers of Demian Times are sadly leaving the editorial team. Quentin Sarpoy, Camila Amadila, Utushinda Kavenja, and myself, Wahekunu Nakahiha, finally wrote our final articles for this year's newspaper. And the most exciting thing that we are currently doing at our school is
the LRCs are renovating the school's toilets and painting the office block. Yes.
And it looks amazing. You guys should check it out. It's on our Instagram pages and you should watch the video.
Wow, did you see that video?
I did, and it looks amazing. The LRCs are doing the most. 2020's LRCs are doing the most.
Yeah.
Well, guys, that was all from us. It is bye from Academia. It is bye from the Demian Times staff.
Bye.
of young people doing the most, our newly crowned Miss High has recently received her crown since it was done virtually, and now she got crowned at the school. She's currently a learner at the Ochivarongo Secondary School in Ochivarongo, and Maletsky managed to score a couple of titles at this year's 2020 Miss High School competition. So here's a video of how it all went about. This video was done by our colleague Esther Kamati in Ochivarongo.
All know that she took part in the Miss High School event that was hosted by the MyZone. And so today's program is as follows. So first we have the opening by Esther Kamati. She is from MyZone.
The Miss High School project, which is one of the projects that are under the MyZone umbrella. We hosted this competition last month, and it was under very strange circumstances because obviously we had big plans for the pageant, but with COVID-19 in the mix, we had to change our plans, and our CEO, especially Mr. Abi Boeta, was very adamant that the pageant still continues. You all know the saying, the show must go on. So despite COVID, we had some of the contestants dropping out. It was a bit difficult to continue, but of course the show did go on, and of course if the show did not go on, we would not have found the best Miss High that we could possibly get. I think you'll all agree that Nashika was a great contestant. Yeah, and I think it's a well-deserved win. So because she was crowned virtually, she wasn't physically at the event. That's why we're having this ceremony here today in front of you guys as witnesses to see how we hand over her well-deserved crown. I
Emphasize the importance of the extra-curricular activities. Again, you've seen now with Nashika, participating in school activities might not always be nice, but that is the way you find out what your talents are. We work very hard, very long hours to reach what she has done. But it was all worth it at the end. Although we were tired, although we were hungry, although we wanted to go home, we just pushed through and we make it work. If you never try anything, you will never know what you are good at, what your talents, your hidden talents are. Use your time wisely and try a few new things every year. And maybe you can end up like Nashika, winning a lot of prizes, nice prizes. And some way, someday, it might just help her to reach her goals. John F. Kennedy once said, all of us do not have equal talents, but all of us have equal opportunities to develop our talents. So let us all grab the opportunities and make the best of it.
We can all agree that she did the absolute most on social media. So for 2020, she is our Miss High social media, and Ms. Van der Merwe is going to hand over the sash. Now with the Miss Social Media, she also gets a $500 voucher to spend whenever she wants. So through her community projects that she's very passionate about, Nashika was also crowned as Miss High 2020 Community, and along with that is another $500 voucher that she gets to spend. And another sash. Let's see how beautiful these sashes are. Now last but not least, the main reason we're here today. Nashika is our Miss High 2020. And along with that, she gets 10,000 She gets $10,000 Namibian contributed towards her tertiary fees. So whatever university she decides to go to, there's already $10,000 in her account for that. And last but not least, she gets to wear the Miss High sash across her chest and the beautiful crown for the beautiful woman that she is.
So Nashida is going to tell us a little bit about her plans and everything, so let's give it up to Nashida.
I'm honored to be crowned as Miss High School Namibia, as I was participating against very beautiful and very intelligent girls. I would like to take this opportunity to thank my family, especially my mom, who's been my biggest inspiration and my #1 fan. I would like to thank my friends, the school, and the community at large for the love and the support they have shown me during this journey. You guys made it more interesting and exciting. And a special thank you to MLH, the MyZone team that planned this day and brought it to life. Thank you.
I don't believe this is the end. You will carry on. There's a great future for you. Okay, congratulations, Nashita. This is quite an achievement, but I also would like to congratulate Ms. Van Merwe, because she spent many hours, even during the short midterm break we had. She spent many hours assisting Nashita. Remember, it doesn't always go about one person, but you need a team. And you had a lot of learners helping you as well. All of you have the same chance. All of you can do it. You just have to grab the opportunity, isn't it? And it's not just about Miss High. Life itself will throw many opportunities at you. Do you grab these opportunities? It's not just about Miss High, it's about your life. Think about it. We all have a lot of opportunities, and you can consider yourself very fortunate to be a learner at the school, because we go beyond the normal.
Sexy, no, so sexy. She makes the hairs on the back of my neck.
I'm the happiest mom in the world. It was a surprise to me. However, I had a feeling of confidence that my daughter will win. I'm really proud of my daughter. All this had started as a joke to me when she told me once that she wants to take part in Miss Ochivarango Secondary School beauty pageant. And to me, it was like mother like daughter. She is following in my footprints with what she is doing. She is taking part in netball, beauty pageants, and community involvement, just like I had done at her age. Not only is she a very hardworking and intelligent person, but she is also a responsible, warm-hearted person. Today, I want to tell my daughter, this is just the beginning of your life. Have confidence in yourself and respect yourself at all times. I would like to thank the Ochivarango Secondary School, Ochivarango community at large, and everybody who supported my daughter. Last but not least, I thank our Almighty God. Without Him, this could not be possible.
Not only is she the newly crowned Miss High, this young lady also had a soup kitchen this weekend in her community. So we'll be showing you a video in a short while on how the soup kitchen went about, and just a little few photos on how she was helping out her community. But in other exciting school news, El Nathan also partook in the Jerusalem Challenge. So here are two videos of Miss High Soup Kitchen and El Nathan Preferred School in Stampede taking part in the Jerusalem Challenge.
Someone can fan, man. Can fan, just fan. No. Next. Just go other side. Yeah, thank you. Shadi smaak of us. There's no kind of I can.
Wie van ons het ooit gedink dat ons soos Batman met maskers skool toe staan moet gaan? Definitief nie ek nie. Oor die laaste paar maande moes ons baie uitdagings in die gesig staar. Daar was tye wat ons gewonder het, hoekom ek en hoekom nou? Ons is geneig om te vergeet dat ons almal in dieselfde bootjie is. En dit is nie net jy alleen in die storm nie. Ons almal word geraak deur COVID-19. Maar dit is net tydelik, nes alle ander aardse dinge. Ons dien 'n Vader wat almagtig is en soveel groter is as hierdie virus. Vertrou op hom. As privaat soelnaat wil ons hierdie dansvideo as 'n boodskap van hoop aan almal opdra. As 'n herinnering dat God altyd in beheer is en dat ons alles wat ons doen tot sy eer doen. Geniet dit saam met ons.
Jerusalema, ikhaya lami, ilondoloze, uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Jerusalema, ikhaya lami, ilondoloze, uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze, zuhambe nami. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze, dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze, zuhambe nami. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze, zuhambe nami. Jerusalema, ikhaya lami, ilondoloze, uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Jerusalema, ikhaya lami, ilondoloze, uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze, zuhambe nami.
Jerusalem, ikayalami, ngilondoloze, uambenami.
We went from seeing Academia School News to seeing El Nathan participating in the Jerusalem Challenge to Miss High's project, Academia's Elashi's having their school repainted and all that. But now we are going to head over to an exciting interview, because in studio today we'll be joined by representatives from ROBOT School Namibia here in Windhoek, and they would be sharing with us what it has been like during the pandemic and what ROBOT School is, and just how these young individuals are tapping into technology and using innovation to solve real life situations in their country. So we are heading over to Good afternoon, viewers. And after you guys have dived into the youth news and school news from across our towns, today in studio we are joined by ROBOT School Namibia. So we are joined by Beres and Alna from ROBOT School Namibia. And they'll just introduce ourselves to our viewers. And welcome to the studio.
Thank you so much for having us this morning. Just to start off, my name is Beres and I am the lead instructor at ROBOT School. And I just have a love for technology, anything technology, and I am a graduate at UNAM in computer science.
Interesting. And Elna?
And I'm Elna Mukasa. I am the manager at ROBOT School. I'm also a computer science graduate at UNAM, and I also have a passion for technology and kids as well.
Okay, so UNAM graduates are out here doing the most.
Yeah.
So let's dive right into it. What is ROBOT School Namibia? For our viewers who don't know what the school is all about, can you just maybe touch on that a bit? I think Beres will do that.
So ROBOT School is a creative technology extracurricular activity for kids between the ages of 3 and 14 years. And we are currently based in Windhoek, and we have an awesome team of designers, software engineers, and electrical enthusiasts.
Okay, that's interesting. So Elna, can you maybe just tell us a bit why establish the ROBOT School Namibia? I know most people tap into extracurricular such as chess, sports, and all drama arts. So why tap into technology?
Okay, so this first started as a weekend thing where we offered group sessions to interested children. But because of the high demand, we decided to open a fully fledged ROBOT School Namibia concept for children, but on a daily basis, right? So we just try to create an environment whereby kids learn things that we wish we would have known, because technology is the future. And I think getting them from a young age to have a mindset of technology and being able to find innovative ways to solve problems in Namibia can really benefit both the country and the kids.
Okay, that's interesting. It's nice to see that the school is going into the field of having the real life situations for kids to solve, and just know that you can get this and solve this and make life easier for the next person. So on that topic, can you maybe tell us how the school prepares young individuals on how to be job creators instead of job seekers?
All right, so at ROBOT School we really dive into coding, creative development, and building as well. So through that, the kids really learn how to do these things on their feet, right? So with that said, we actually had a student, right? We had a class last week where the pre-juniors had to build a autonomous vehicle, right? So a transport vehicle that picks up passengers, right, without any driver involved, right? So this means that even though it's autonomous, right, we still need people behind the scenes to make sure that everything runs perfectly, so maintenance-wise. So that also creates jobs as well for the youth.
Okay, that's perfect. So should I be a parent or just a student who's keen into enrolling into the school? How do I come about it?
Okay, so enrollment happens per annum. This is, you enroll in January, and the classes go from January to December. But now, due to COVID, we shifted slightly. but we are back and up running. So you can just go to our website, robotschool.info, to find out more information on how to register. But like Barry was mentioned, any child between the ages of 3 to 14 can actually enroll to Robot School.
Okay, that's interesting. On the topic of COVID, because you have mentioned COVID, I've heard of someone tweet out there that you guys moved to a new location and you guys build a new robot for hand sanitizing robot. So tell us a bit about that, Beres.
Yeah, so we moved to this new and better location so that we have more space to work with the kids. And so we built this awesome hand sanitizer robot, right? That's hands-free. So let's just put your hands underneath the sensor and it will sense your hands and it will sanitize your hands, right? So we just came up with this at Robot School before we opened up because we needed somehow to also make sure that we adhere to all the rules and regulations. And with that said, we cleaned and sanitized all the equipment and box sets that we are using at Robot School, and we do it daily when the kids come, right?
Okay, so what are some of the activities you do at Robot School? Maybe you can just give us a scenario of an activity that also involves a solution in terms of community-wise.
Okay, so at Robot School, we have 3 different groups, right? We have the pre-juniors, which is 3 to 5, and then we have the juniors, 6 to 9, and then the seniors, the rest of the... So what happens here is on a weekly we have daily problems that we face around Namibia, and then we ask the kids to design the solution, and then we build, Lego build, and then we code. So I just ask parents to elaborate more on that.
Yes, so let's just say last week we built a robot robot that guides along a path, right? So with this, we want to show them that we can do autonomous robots, right? Without bumping into anything, right? So we use an ultrasonic sensor on the robot, right? To sense, like it's like eyes. It senses what's in front of it, so that can avoid obstacles, right? So where you can use this is like, let's say in your living room, you can use it maybe to get yourself a Coke or anything, or even use it as a vacuum. Right, so this thing will just vacuum your whole floor without bumping into anything.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And we try to always make sure that we also teach them how the robot should be safe, of course, like for both children and adults, because sometimes they create robots that maybe help elderly people to take their medication, for example, and that should be accurate as well and should be safe, so that there's no mistakes that can harm a human life.
Okay, that's interesting. How was the school not there when I was younger? Because I could have enrolled. So before we end off our show, can you just give a few words to our young individuals out there who would like to venture into the field of science and technology?
Okay, so I would ask them to just go for it, because technology is the future. We've been mentioning this, and finding innovative way to solve real life problems, especially Namibia being a developing country, can be beneficial to both the child and the country. So I would ask every child to just try it. We have this try sessions whereby if a child is interested, just to see what we do, they can come for one session and they can come and try to see if they're interested, and if they're interested, then they can register and enroll in a class.
Okay, that's interesting. And any last words from you, Beres?
Yes, like I wish I grew up with knowing all of this, right? So I would say if you are really into technology and you love Legos especially, you can really come and try out, and I'm sure if you come for one session, you will definitely want to come back again.
And the good thing is that you can actually incorporate technology into almost anything.
Yes.
So yeah.
So whatever hobbies you might have or whatever talents you might have, you can always incorporate that into technology, into an innovation, right? Let's say I love music. You can actually create an AI program that will create an instrumental of the music you want to create without you actually moving blocks around.
Oh, interesting. Guys, when you go to the studio, I think you're taking me with you. I want to enroll into the school. But thank you so much for joining us in studio. That's it from us, viewers. Remember to keep your eyes peeled on our Facebook pages, that's MyZone, and on our Instagram pages, MyZone_NMH, and also keep an eye on Robot School NAM on Instagram, because they are doing the most. If you want your child to, if your child is interested in technology or you want them to tap into that field, Robot School is your plug. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next Wednesday, it's goodbye.
Bye.